Hey, we are live. We're back with another Pretty Girl Sweat Instagram live conversation. Excited to see all of your comments today and also to answer any questions you may have. In addition to that, I'm really excited for Jessica Laine to stop by. She is an incredible woman, beautiful inside and out, and we have a lot of fun things to talk about. Of course, I'm going to dive into her, love for fitness and ask her a few fun questions. You can even send any fun questions that you think I should ask her. And then, try to just figure out how she's dealing with this new normal that we're all trying to deal with, being in the midst of a pandemic and trying to stay active and healthy and connected to our family and friends when they may be hundreds of miles away. So we're going to get into all that and more, so stay tuned. Let's see if Jessica is here. Hi, look at your hair. That's so cool.
Oh my God, thank you. Like, literally, I was so terrified. I was like, I don't know how blonde's going to look when you go drastic from, like, black. I was like,
it looks good. It looks good. And I like the asymmetrical cut. You know what I mean? Like, that's really cool. Stepping it up. All right. Well, for anybody who is new to the program, has not heard about Jessica, I have my trusty laptop here. I'm going to read her bio really quickly just so you can get in and out. Well, Jessica Laine is a health reporter and an elite fitness professional that is known for shaping lives everywhere. She is a 2015 ringside world championship boxer that succeeded to the 2016 Olympic trials and transitioned her talent of fighting in the ring to helping people knock out obesity, combat health disparities, and fight for their lives. That's pretty awesome transition. I mean, that's pretty incredible. So you're an athlete, you're a trainer, you're all these things. I mean, I could read all of your bio. It reads very, very lovely. You are killing it in the game. Tons of press you've gotten. But when did you first fall in love with fitness?
During the Olympics, honestly, that was the transition for me. Like, I played basketball my whole life, but it was one of those things that, like, my dad, he played in college, my mom played in college, so they forced me to play. But I wasn't in love with basketball. Like, I remember high school, it's like one of those things when you're a child, which I'm grateful for, because I don't know where I would be in my fitness life if I was not exposed to sports as a young age. But I will say that I didn't fall in love with it until I was training for the Olympics, because I went to Spelman, and during that journey I was just like training real hard. I would have to like make sure I stayed on a certain diet so that I would cut weight for fights. So that's actually how I even got into nutrition, because when you are training, especially in boxing, they don't care how small you are. They only care about the number on the scale. Wow. Right? Okay. Yeah. So I look really small, but I weighed 165. And them girls at 165 were like huge. I was trying to cut weight because I had so much muscle mass from when I like played basketball and everything. So I was literally trying to cut weight, and I was trying to figure out how to cut weight healthily, because like boxing trainers, they don't care. They would make you sit in a sauna with a sauna suit on for like an hour straight. Not healthy at all.
Wow.
Right? And so I was like, how can I do this healthily? So then I started studying nutrition, and then I transitioned into that.
Okay. So tell me, you hated basketball, right? It wasn't your first love, right?
Yes.
Because I'm a basketball parent, and I feel like my kids are really into it. And I know I push them, my husband pushes them too. What advice would you give to a parent? Like, what kind of signs would you see in a child if they're not really interested in playing a sport?
Force them still. Because even though I was not as interested, I'm thankful that my father forced me. Because as a child, like, you can easily quit on stuff because you're emotion based, right? So we don't really set goals for ourselves, especially as children. Like, I remember I was in gymnastics as a child, and I wish my parents would have forced me to stay in that when I quit that. I wish they would have. The only reason they forced me to stay in basketball because both of them played basketball, and that was their love. But I wish they would have forced me to stay in gymnastics. So still force, even though they might not like it or whatever. Well, I know you said they seem to like it, but force them, because those habits, like it implements discipline all day long. And it implements like where you are very health conscious. Like I have a friend, she has a child, like her daughter will only drink water. If you drink juice, she'll be like, well, it's not healthy.
Well, that's good. I mean, they need to pick up good lessons from their parents. So I can agree with you more. So thank you for that, because I just wanted to make sure I wasn't taking my kid over the edge, you know?
No, no,
All
no.
right, all right, cool. Okay, so I ask this question all the time. If you were a TV character, which character would you be?
Okay, so I have a movie character, the girl
Okay.
off of Avatar, because she's just amazing. Okay. So the girl off of Avatar, but I was kind of wondering about that question, like cartoon wise, the girl off of Avatar all day long. If
Okay.
I had to pick like a television character, like in real life, that like off of shows that people like, I would pick being Mary Jane, Gabrielle Union.
Okay.
I love that show, and then like the whole reporter side of me, so I just love that show.
Yep, exactly. That's a perfect fit. I don't know why I didn't think of that for you, but that makes complete sense. Thank you. All right, so it's story time. Let's share your first Pretty Girl Sweat experience with everyone.
Oh my God. So first off, I love Pretty Rose Sweat. Like not just the fact of it just being women's empowerment, but black women's empowerment and being able to like really understand, able to grow and cultivate each other. And you just see so many different shapes, sizes, ages. It doesn't matter. Like that was the best among women of color. Doing something that is, I won't say taboo in our community because there are so many women, African American women that do work out, but because it plays our health disparities so much, or because it plays our demographic so much in terms of our health disparity, it's beautiful to see us combat something all together and collectively that will help us triumph and be great in that.
Well, we enjoy always having you a part of any experience because you always bring your talent with you and your energy. And, one thing that I love to hear the most from people who come to any Pretty Girl Sweat experience is like the interaction they had with someone we invited. So I've never heard anything but positive things about people interacting with you. So that's always
Aw,
good.
thank you.
All
Thank you.
right. Well, okay. Back to the pandemic. How are you dealing with this? Like not being able to go to the gym or be around a lot of your friends. How is it working out for you?
So honestly, I love the quarantine.
Like
Look, I got two different sides to it.
okay.
So I love it because so many times people in general really are so busy
Yeah.
in our day-to-day lives that we can't slow down and take care of stuff, that whether we procrastinated on different things, whether it's things that we just know we shouldn't be doing and we've like not executed on it, it literally makes you sit still where you don't have a choice but to just grind. So that's the thing I love about it. The thing I don't like about it is, of course, seeing every single day the death tolls rising and things of that sort. And I'm kind of like worried about my sister because she's a physical therapist, and then I have another sister that's a doctor, and they're both working right now. So it kind of like gives me anxiety
Yeah.
because that's your loved ones. And I personally know people, like one of my students, her okay, one of my students, her cousin got the disease, and he was around her father and her brother before he had any symptoms or anything. Her cousin passed away last week Wednesday.
Oh
Now her
God.
brother and her father have the disease, and her father is at Emory, and her brother tried to go to Grady, but there weren't any more hospital beds, so they sent him home with the oxygen tank. So
Wow.
I don't like the fact that so many people are dying, and it's like it's unheard of. Which at the
Yeah.
end of the day, God really controls everything. So we
Mhm.
as humans can't do anything but just listen when they say stay home. But like my sister's working, it really bothers me because of that, and because I know like people who have experienced this, that's like dealing with this on a day-to-day basis. I know people that's losing loved ones left and right. So it's hurtful because it's just like I don't feel like any amount of money trumps your health.
Yeah.
Like, but then I do understand the responsibility that you have to your patients, um, and the value you take as a healthcare professional and a worker. Like, I understand that. I don't want to be selfish and saying like, oh, my sister shouldn't work because they're my sisters, because I know there are tons of doctors that's working right now. But when you have the entire government, the president, everybody, Donald Trump, as much as I don't even like him, saying stay away from people, and then you're exposing yourself on a day-to-day basis, left and right, like it's just, I don't know, I hate it.
No.
I
What do
hate
you say to those people out there who are like, this is so overblown, it's not as, big as
it.
people think it is?
I think that they are living on a regular circumstance, and they're not really opening their eyes to what's around them, right? So you have supernatural circumstances and you have regular day-to-day circumstances. So regular day-to-day circumstances is somebody that says, it's not that big, like we still got to pay bills, life goes on, like we can't stop our life because of this, yada yada yada. But that's regular circumstances, not
Mm-hmm.
realizing that at the end of the day, God controls everything. That's a supernatural circumstance where country to country, it don't matter your race, it don't matter your gender, it don't matter your what you do for a living. I don't care if you are Michelle Obama or Beyonce or the man that lives on the side of the street. It is affecting everybody. So, and then when people get upset, like, oh my God, you know, I can't deal with this for another month, or I can't deal with this for another 2 months, or whatever the case may be, like at the end of the day, if people did what they were supposed to do and stayed home,
All
it
right.
wouldn't keep spreading. So it's like, but because we're America and we're the land of the free, and we're so, I would say, spoiled, where when we have like a governing body saying you need to do this, because we have the free will to do whatever we want at any given
Right.
time, we don't like direction, right?
Right.
So people not really listening. So I mean, it's twofold. Like I think everybody needs to stay home, and I feel like the sooner everybody stays home, the sooner it will pass by.
Well, how are you working out? What are your workouts like? And how are you eating?
Oh, okay. So it's so crazy because like probably 2 years ago, 2017, starting 2017, when I first got into like finance real heavy and like studying the markets and stuff like that, I knew I wanted to travel and just do whatever I wanted. But I still had clients in Atlanta, right? So I was
Yeah.
like, how can I still train these people? Because I know I got a responsibility and I don't even want to pay gym rent no more. So how can I still train these people? So I've been virtually training literally since 2017, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I always love at-home workouts because I always travel.
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of like the norm because
Mhm.
I was already doing it. So like
Right.
in the mornings, I mean, I will say I don't work out on the weekends. Okay.
Okay.
I don't work out on the weekends. I would say the only difference is that I don't run outside anymore.
Okay.
That's the only big difference. But like doing like fasted cardio where I'll do like burpees, like my favorite exercise, I'll do like a fat burner where I'll do a burpees and mountain climber like variation. So I'll put the timer on 3 minutes and then I'll hold like a plank for 30 seconds and then I'll do a mountain climber for 30 seconds and then off and on for 3 minutes. So
Okay.
that right there is like running a whole mile.
Oh, wow.
And then I'll do 15 burpees and then I'll start it over and then I'll do 3 sets of it.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, wait, so are you nervous about going for runs, even just out in the open with no one around you?
Yes,
Wow.
yes. Because people saying it's not airborne, like, do you know that even right now, right? If somebody
Yeah.
sneezes in the atmosphere, it will stay in the atmosphere for 2 to 3 hours. You just never know.
Yeah.
You just never know. And so yeah,
Okay.
that's
Food. Keep it 100. Are you eating like every 5 seconds, like many of us, or are you still eating
no,
good?
no. And I think that that's because of me always working from home anyway.
Okay.
Like, it's so crazy. I don't really feel like my life has changed that much
Oh,
being in quarantine. Like most people, like they can't go out. Like I'm a very secluded person anyway, for the most part. Like I don't really hang out that much. I never really used to go to clubs or nothing like that. So for me, I will always just be at home on my charts with my
yeah.
computer or traveling somewhere. The only big problem and big thing for me is that I can't go fly somewhere. Like that's the
Yeah.
part that I don't.
Yeah.
But in terms of just eating, no. Like I feel like if you stay busy, I feel like people eat when they're bored.
Correct.
If you stay busy
Mm-hmm.
and also don't put stuff in your house that you know is bad for you because if it's not there, you can't, right? If it's not
Yeah,
there, you can't eat it.
you're right. Those two
So,
things, like
yes,
those two
so
rules.
that's my big thing. When I went to my parents' house, it was a little bit of a different story though, because my dad, both my parents from the South, so they eat like soul food. I'm trying to get them to not eat soul food. My dad like fried pork chops and stuff like that. So when I go there, for the
Yeah.
most part,
Okay. Well, have you been tuning into any of these like live DJ sets?
no.
You haven't even listening to those? You've been like, I could care less about any of this. This is normal for me. I'm not listening to the DJ
Yeah,
sets on Instagram. I'm doing the work.
yeah. Honestly, even when it comes to Instagram, like I don't have any of my notifications on Instagram. I cut
Okay.
it off probably like 4 months ago
Okay.
because Instagram started to be an obsession for me. Where I think so many people we spend so much time. This was the day. This is when it happened.
Okay.
I was on Instagram in like 2 hours. I had looked up and 2 hours of my life had went by, and I was like, oh no. Cause you just scroll and you get so hung up.
Yeah.
Then you go from page to page. Then you just start looking at explore pages. Then you look at this, you look at that. Like, and it really just takes away from your forward progress for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. So for me, I like deleted my whole like Instagram is on the last page. I wish I could screen record and just show you. It's on the last page of my phone, and like the
Oh,
only
wow.
time I put it up is when I need to like post. Because of course, like especially if you're a business owner and stuff like that, you need to keep your engagement up.
Right.
Because even me, like when I don't post, my drops. And then as soon
Mm-hmm.
as I start posting again consistently, like it rises, especially if I post like every day. But if I
Yeah.
don't, like the number at the top where it'll say like such and such profile visits in the last 7 days, like that number be fluctuating depending on how often I
Right.
post.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, I have not watched no DJ.
Well, that's okay. If you ever feel like you just want to party, one night, I highly recommend checking out D Nice's live sets. Black Girls Rock has a lot of cool female DJs that are DJing right now. And
Really?
Manny Fresh is killing it too on his page. Like he has DJ sets. It's pretty dope. But in the meantime, I'm going to let everyone submit any questions that they may have. Oh, shout out to at Des year_me. She agrees with you about turning off your notifications. It's very good for you. So you have someone who is right in line with your theory. While we wait for questions, I have a question for you. What is your favorite deodorant since Pretty Girl Sweat?
I don't know, secret. I just always wore secret
Certain scent? Like, is there like a certain
powder.
powder? I
I don't
like
know,
Fresh.
like yeah. The powder, like I don't know, it's the blue one.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Good
such a
choice.
funny question. What's your favorite deodorant?
Well, right now I'm wearing Dove most of the time just because Dove, the fresh scent, just because. I mean, I guess it works, but I've been hearing that Degree is better. I ask people this question all the time. So I'm like hearing things from like, oh, I only wear natural deodorant to like they put honey under their arms, all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm like, I can't do that. But when it comes
Listen,
to
listen, one of my friends, she had this whole like theory about like, Jessica, if you're gonna be healthy, you need to be healthy all the way. And this causes cancer, yada yada yada. Like, people using like organic tampons and stuff like that now. And
yeah.
like with her deodorant, she was like, oh, you shouldn't use the deodorant from the store. I'm like, well, what should you use? And she was like, you should use baking soda. And I was like, girl, bye. That ain't gonna work around here.
You're like, don't work for me, girl. Oh yeah.
Okay, so did anybody have any questions?
I don't see any questions yet, but I have another one for you. Beauty products. What's like your go-to? You travel a lot, so what's something that's always in your luggage when you're on the road?
Oh my God. So you're gonna be like, let's go with the hell. This might sound so good, but it's so true. alcohol and cocoa butter.
Oh, cocoa butter and what else?
And alcohol.
Oh, you travel with alcohol? Well, alcohol for your.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, like rubbing alcohol, the green
Yes.
alcohol and Palmer's cocoa butter.
See, now that's what I'm talking about. That is beauty on a budget, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yes, but it's not even a whole budget though. I have tried so many different like facial skincare regimens and stuff like that, and like for whether it be I don't know the dang what's it called? I don't even know the name of it. Is it? It's not Vicks. It's something. It's blue, and then it smells like Vicks. So you know what I'm talking about?
It's blue and it smells like Vicks. Oh, Noxzema.
Yeah, not Zima, not Zima.
Okay.
So like people use that, they'll use like all these different things, and I'm like, yo, like all that stuff dries my face out. Like
Mm-hmm.
literally, before I go to sleep, all I do is just cocoa butter, then put some alcohol on with a little cotton pad, and then cocoa butter, and then my face like it don't. I don't want to be having bumps because when you think about it, alcohol cleanses your face. The
Right.
reason that people get acne and stuff like that is because they like stuff is oil and stuff in their pores.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
if you just clean your face and then moisturize it with some cocoa butter, I've been doing that for the longest.
And it's working, so don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. All right, we got some questions. Okay, so from at Kells Jade, they say, "Hey friend, will only running, doing cardio workouts cause me to lose my curves?"
No, no, no. Wait, the question was, will running and cardio workouts cause you to lose your curves?
Yeah, like if they do running or just like strictly cardio workouts only, will it cause them to lose their curves?
So it depends. It depends on what type. Like if you just go run on a treadmill for like hours upon hours, yes. But if you like do like hit cardio or like fasted cardio, or you do like a lot of sprints and stuff like that, or even like I used to do like dead mill sprints where you turn the treadmill off, like literally use your leg strength
Oh my God, I've seen that.
for
That looks
one.
impossible.
No, 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 no. Because once the treadmill starts going, it's going. But like that is a leg builder.
We have another question from at Ari Renee. She wants to know, what advice would you give a newbie to the fitness training world? I'm trying to grow a client base. It's going well, but any advice would be helpful.
Go out in a sports bra. Walk around in the sports bra. I swear, when I first started training, I just walk around in sports bra everywhere. People were like, "Oh my God, I love your body." I'd be like, "Girl, well, you should come train with me." Like, because you are your own marketing machine.
That's true.
When you are a trainer, literally everybody wants wants their body to look
Yeah.
like yours. So you show your body. And this doesn't have to be where like dress really I don't know, like you're dressing very provocative and stuff like that. I would just say walk around. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Somebody just called me.
That's okay.
Did it just
That's
break up?
okay. It happens to. No, you're good. Keep going.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, just you are your own like training base. Walk around in the sports bra. Like I go to a grocery store. Well, when I was training, I would go to a grocery store and a sports bra, everything. Like it might sound crazy, but when you think about it, it kind of feels like you're walking around in Miami, but it's Atlanta. Well, where do you live? Also, that might be
Oh,
a
that's a
point.
good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah, let us know where you live too. But no, I can
Yeah,
see your point. Like people do want to be the person, well, not be the person, but to look like that person some way, shape, or form. Like you'll finally find someone who kind of has your sort of body type and they're at a place that's your goal. And so you're like, okay, well, if they're kind of like me, I could see them being able to train me to getting to
right,
my goal body type. So I totally
right.
get that. Oh, another question from at Jamar. The question is, I want lean toned arms, 5 pound weights or 10 pound weights.
It depends on the exercise you're using, like, or it depends on the exercise you're doing. Like, if you're doing flies and stuff like that, of course you can't use like a heavier weight. But and then if you're doing like tricep extensions, like these behind, you're gonna use a heavier weight than you'll use to do like bicep curls. So it just depends on the exercise you're doing for that. Because honestly, you can even get toned arms without doing that. Whether you do like hand walks like in planks and you do different hand walks, like that shapes everything. And then whether you do like modified push-ups, whether it be tricep extensions on a chair with your own body. Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up today's live with you sharing what's up next for you.
Oh, what's up next for me? Okay, so I'm like very, very big into finance. I don't know who follows me and who doesn't. I'm like very big into investing. So ultimately, I want to trade for like this hedge fund. So I'm praying on it. Where I'll like manage different people's accounts and like trade for them.
Okay.
Um, so that's next.
Yeah.
In the fitness space, I have an app coming out with Tawanda Braxton. I don't know if y'all know her or
Oh,
not.
yes.
So yes. So we have a fitness app coming out. It is soon as Apple like literally passes us through the App Store. So like Google developer, everything is like A-OK. Everything's fine. Apple is super complicated. So as soon as the app is already done. So as soon as Apple passes it through the App Store, then we are going to launch it. We have a deadline of 2 weeks. So look out for that. But it's gonna be amazing. We focus on like mind, body, and spirit. So it's just fit, but fit stands for finding inner truth.
I love
Like
that.
yourself. Yes.
Good
So
stuff, Jessica. That's awesome. Well, congratulations on all of that. Keep us posted so we can share the news as soon as it hits the App Store with our Sweat Sisterhood. And I can't wait to see you in real life, IRL. Hopefully sometime soon. I'll be looking out to see when you finally ever do post on Instagram just so I can see your face. But in the meantime, don't hesitate to reach out and I'll do the same. Let's stay in touch.
okay.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
You
Bye.
too.